Day 1, exercise 1, let's go. I'm watching the video just to make sure I'm doing it 100% and I'm going to do it with the video.
3 times per exercise session. Neck and head are unsteady. Use a neck support, for example a cushion. Place both feet on the floor. Training whilst lying in bed. Hold your head tilted.
So time number 2, I'm about to do it, but this time I'm going to use the app. So it has some sort of timer, I've heard. So I'm going to do it with the timer and it logs how many times I've done it, which I do really like. So I can keep track of how many times a week that I've done it to make sure that I'm on track for those 3 times a day. Hey guys, how's it going? I'm a little bit sweaty because I've just come back from a cycle, but I've just finished my 3 of 3. So I just got home and I thought I'm just going to finish my 3rd one of the day. So I'm not sure if there's supposed to be a particular pattern, but I'm assuming 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, and then 1 like an hour or 2 before you go to bed. But I'm back on it, and I'm going to record my diary this time because I started it last time, and then as I've said in my previous video, if you want to watch that, I kind of had a few issues where it was causing a bit of anxiety within me because I felt some symptoms and I wasn't sure if they were coming from this little baby or if they were coming from an underlying condition. I stopped and the symptoms went away, which is great, hurrah. And I was kind of dubious throughout June whether I should restart again, like and redo it, just because I wanted to take June off because it was my birthday and I wanted to sort of take a little break from it and take, you know, just take a month to not feel that anxiety that I felt the month before. And it's also that balance of I want the benefits of this and I want to come off my omeprazole eventually, but not at the expense of my mental health and my quality of life. And if it's going to cause my symptoms to be worse, that the omeprazole is currently vanishing, then there is no use to this, if that makes sense. My use for this, basically, if you've not watched my previous videos, is that I want to come off my omeprazole. I take it for my hiatus hernia. I've got a bunch of other videos talking about it on my channel, so I'm not going to bore you talking about it again, because you'll be like, John, you've mentioned all of this before and we've heard all of it, so feel free to check out any of that. Oh my, I'm very sweaty. I'm doing this on my phone instead of my camera, and I'm like, wow, not a good sight to go on YouTube, but so I've done my first day. Here's where I'm at. I don't know if this was in my head, but it's not. After the second time I did it, I was playing piano quite a bit today because I've got some songs to learn for an audition, and I'm also just working on some new music. I'm a musician, shameless plug. If you want to check out my music on Spotify, it's John Thacker. Oh, look at that. That works really nicely in. I don't know if that was a bit too cringe. I did not plan that to jump that in there, but if you want to check out my music, it's John Thacker on Spotify. Anyway, I started to have this feeling, and it's the feeling that I had in April, so I don't know if this is the feeling that I'm going to get. It's this feeling that I've got something stuck in my throat. It's that I think it's globus is the name for it, globus something else, and that caused a lot of anxiety for me last time. So here's where I'm at. I'm going to give this a week, and I'm going to really monitor these symptoms. I know, though, for certainty that before today, I did not have this feeling. I've never had it, like, at all. That's never been a symptom for me and my hiatus hernia. I've never had a feeling like there's something stuck in my throat. There's been a couple of times before where I'd been really sick. If I'd been really sick from my acid, then maybe the next day, and there was a few times where I felt like there might have been something stuck in my throat. However, before today, nothing. I know that's from this. And this is video evidence of me putting it online, onto the internet, that's from this. 7 days I'm going to give it and just see how it goes. If it's spiraling my health anxiety and my anxiety out of control, hopefully it won't, because like I said, I know that this is happening. But if I can't sort of spiral, because I'm in quite a good place with my health anxiety at the moment, which I also talk about on my channel, all these shameless plugs, this seems too planned, but I didn't plan that either. Hopefully that's not going to happen, and I really want to see the long-term effects of this, so I'm going to keep videoing and keep diarying. I'll do a week, 2 weeks, a month, 2 months, and just try and keep you updated on sort of where I'm at with it. I'm going to use the app. Now, I'm finding the app really nice. That wasn't a feature from before, so I was having to manually tick it off on the little booklet that you get with the device. There's an app now, which I think is great because it tells you when to do the exercises. It's got this nice little timer, and then it ticks it off for you. Like, you can see that you've done it, because there was a few times last time where I couldn't remember because it's 3 times a day, every day, and you want to get into a routine where you're almost doing it without thinking about it, because that's what I want from it, especially if I'm doing this in a long term. I would say anything more than 6 months for me is long term. Wow, I'm sweating. Oh my gosh. It's like I'm from Manchester in England, and anytime there is a little bit of a heat wave here is like 37 plus degrees. I think it's 39 today. I think it's like 37 still right now. 27, not 20, not 37. Anything more than like 27 degrees is counted as like a heat wave here, because we're just not climatized in Manchester at all. So today there is no ventilation in this room right now, and I'm just anyway, ignore my sweat. So I'm going to try and keep you updated as much as possible on the journey. I'm going to try and do it, like I said, 7 days, a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, keep on going, and just as regular as possible, because there's not a lot of actual, there's the case studies on the Iqoro website. This has only just become available on the NHS in the UK, like recently, like a month ago, and they're still not really just giving it out. I had to pay for this myself. It's only 150 quid, and if that can sort of replace me having surgery and replace me having omeprazole, wow, way worth the money. If not, then at least I've given it a shot and I've done everything I can. There's a feeling almost of feeling a bit proactive, like I'm doing something, because I kind of get these feelings where I'm like, I'm just taking the tablets and getting on with my life and I'm enjoying my life. But then I'm like, should I be doing something about this? Is there anything I can do? And I've sort of talked about that before on my previous videos, but this feels proactive. I feel like this is me doing something, and hopefully it has good results and you can follow those results, and hopefully that will inspire you to do the same thing, my YouTube viewer, and you'll be like, let's do this together. So thanks for watching. I want to do more YouTube stuff, I say it all the time, but I have a few things planned that I want to do. My channel is a bunch of health, anxiety, hiatus hernia chat, but also I have a load of random things. I'm an actor and singer, so some of that stuff will be chucked in there, but also I'm a sim lover, so there might be random things about Sims, or if there's anything that comes to my mind, I'll probably be doing just a random video about random things, because that's what this channel is. But mainly, there's a lot of stuff about my hiatus hernia, because I feel like there's a lot of people who don't really talk about it, and there's not a lot of people's experiences out there, especially for younger people. And so hopefully there is some relief in knowing that you're not the only person who has this, or anybody who's suffering from health anxiety. That's something that's really had a big impact on my mental health in the past, and ongoing thing in my life. So I love to talk about it because it helps me, and hopefully that reaches someone who also needs that little bit of help to know that they're not the only person who's feeling health anxiety, and hopefully I can help where I can. Thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe, and here's all my shameless plugs. Please check out my music on Spotify. Give me a follow, because I've got some releases coming up for the rest of the year, hopefully, if everything works out. So, oh my gosh. So if you give me a follow on Spotify, it means that my reach gets out a little bit more. Same with YouTube, that's amazing if you give me a follow, or Apple Music. If you can add my songs to your playlists or to your library, it's free, but it really makes a big deal to me. And then if you want to check out anything else that I do, just follow me on the socials. Speak soon. I will update you in a week's time on how this is going. Speak soon. Bye.